Your journal is in my bag.
Okay. You know what I hate about this? I wanted to be like me gente. You know this
That's not how you pronounce it.
me whatever. I want to say gente.
That's not how you pronounce the G. Wow, so many fucking streets. It's so annoying.
Why are you handling the streets?
We're at camps.
Oh my god, if you answer terrible. I mean,
5 minutes to game time. 5 minutes to game time.
okay. Why isn't people coming watching?
Only people come for the morning game.
You're just scared.
It's true.
थोड़ा entertainment for people.
Don't distract them on the phone.
Oh my god, the game's gonna fucking start. Stop! Okay, need to get this together. Shasha, do you think this angle is okay? एक बार come and see if this angle is okay. My hair every day. See, dude, if I do this, it's gonna hit my bone.
Should I offer some help to the stream maintenance? I sort of have an idea how
You can sit beside Sue if you want to, yeah.
frame.
Then you have to go up with the camera. I spoke to them already about that. We're only doing one camera, so. Check, check, check. Wonder if you're working. Are you back to zero yet? You're not, eh? Okay, that's my voice. You got it right. Hey, Tay, do you know how to reset the clock to zero?
What I'll do, if you don't hear from me, then don't work right.
And we don't have, I don't see the teams in here. Sue? Yeah. Push it up or whatever. Alright, the idea is that we're ready for Saturday, so that's okay. behind on the feed to. The idea is that we're ready for Saturday, so that's okay.
Here on the screen, but it's not appearing on the screen.
All right. It's still time.
Call bell.
He's probably setting up.
Oh, okay, it's up. It's up.
Beautiful.
Yes.
How'd you do that?
I don't know. I just retyped it.
Okay. So we're live stream right now to the world, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. Up to you if you want to.
Can't do it manually. Here, do you want to look at Joe's video?
I need to hear
Start the clock. Hey Tico, do you know if this is the 33rd or 34th soccer tournament? No? Your site, 36! Thanks, Tico. We're gonna start here pretty soon, eh?
Microphones are right a bit unsafe. Bring them with me here.
Okay, well, listen to my opening, because I know that pretty well, and then see what I do.
So should I go during the match then?
In about 3 minutes, yeah.
You know? Okay. Good luck, sir. Thank you.
Is it McTee or McTee?
Get the players.
What, Coach? What, Jeff?
Thank you.
Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 36th annual IASAS soccer tournament here from ISB. Our opening match of the morning will have the Singapore Eagles, 4-time defending champions, playing the Jakarta Girls. Singapore Eagles have taken the field, and they are lined up, waiting the Jakarta Girls, who are doing their final cheers. Coach Rodeker has his Singapore Eagles lined up in a 3-5-2. The back three are Engels, Martin, and Kern. Across the middle from left to right is Blakely, Gunn, Pisano, O'Connor, and Langholz. And up top he has Entwistle and Vuke. JIS lines up in a 4-3-3, so they might have some work to do in the middle. They'll be playing against 5 in the middle. The back four are Sarmiento, Wardana, Helm, and Wijaran. In the middle is Chao, Kumara, and Tonojo. Up the left, Widodo. Up the right, Becker. And the person playing up top is Zarudin. We'll get through the final minutes here as the teams go through the final routines before the game begins. Bit of an overcast day here. It's not hot yet, but in Bangkok it always is going to be hot. Say it's about 27 or 28 degrees, so I think the girls will be happy to get a good game under their belt before the real heat comes around noon or around 1 or 2. This is obviously the first game of the tournament. In the morning session, Singapore will be playing ISB at 2:15 Bangkok time. Jakarta will be playing Manila at 5:15, so they'll have a nice long break. Singapore play the first game of the morning session here, and the first game of the afternoon session against the hometown Bangkok Panthers. So I'll let teams get out there and warm up. I'll do my best with the names, learning as I go, but I hope you enjoy our coverage. The teams take the field. Refs give their final instructions to each other. Sorry, it looks like Blakely will be up the right for Singapore, not up the left. So it's Duke and Entwistle in the middle of the park. Singapore to begin IASAS 2017. Ref checks his watch, checks with the goalkeepers, and off we go. This is Blakely on the right, takes it inside. Good tackle from Kumada. She holds the ball up. Number 5, I don't know who number 5 is. Ball slips out left by Singapore, a lot of space out there. She tries to play a through ball. Here's Blakely again, flicked on. And the ball's out wide again for Langholz. Fighting against Becker, and Becker wins the throw. Okay. Throw in from Becker. Seemed to lose the handle a little bit there. The ball's pushed back again. And it'll be given away for a Singapore throw-in. I believe that's Langholz with the throw. Entwistle under it, and Vuke. Oh, a bit of a miss hit there at the back. Here's Blakely now. She settles the captain. Tries to go wide, but it's well covered. Good tackle from Gunn. And Sarmiento will have the throw for the Dragons. Looking for Zarudin. Both teams trying to settle the ball here. Nicely played there. Good first touch from Gunn. She plays it out left. They're having a bit of success against the Dragon back down the left side for Singapore. Here's Langholz again. She's beaten her mark. And she crosses in. That's Chow playing it into space, but no one there. And the throw-in will go to Engels. Singapore with the early running here, really. Both teams trying to settle into a bit of a, well taken, into a bit of a rhythm here. This is Gunn. She shields well and comes to her right. Well played again. Good football from Singapore, playing it through the midfield into the back. This is Kern looking for her captain. Blakely does well. And Sarmiento clears it again. Some nice football there from Singapore as they switch from left to right. Still nothing too penetrative, but they're playing good football. And Vuke's first touch lets her down. She looks a good statuesque striker, though.
Ready, Eagles.
Sarmiento's throw. That's a push in the back from O'Connor. Dragon free in.
Hold right there, Will. The knee, push across.
This is Wardana with the free kick. She seems to be the one that will marshal the Dragon defense. Singapore line up across the 18-yard box. See what Wardana can throw in here. Well hit. And well cleared from the Eagle defense. Oh, a bit of a miss hit there from Engels. Could put them in some trouble. But covered well from Martin. And it's a free out. Might have been studs a little bit high there from Zarudin. Willow Martin in the back there for Singapore looks very composed and competent. She's an assistant captain along with Louisa Blakely. Well hit from Martin. Here goes Entwistle in chase. Putting Becker under some trouble, and that looks like it might have gone for a corner kick. What's the ref giving? No, he's giving a goal kick, sorry. So the Dragons Vanderpool, the goalkeeper, to put the ball back into play. We're about 10 minutes in. That can't be controlled by Sarmiento, so it's Blakely's ball again as Singapore keep the ball in the attacking third. Hard luck again there from Buke. Blakely's first touch. And again, gets in a battle with Zarudin. And Zarudin comes away with it. He's looking for some support out right, but there isn't. It's a long run for Becker to get up there. She's spending a lot of time in the right back position. Has trouble getting up to the right wing. That comes off a Singapore player and will be a Dragon throw. This is Wirjawan. The ref's just checking over here to make sure that Singapore have the coaches have to wear a different color. They're dressed in red, so they can be confused on the sideline. They have to wear green pennies now. Well done, Mr. Rodecker. Well done, Mr. Martin. And there is Martin kicking the ball away. Willow Martin, again up the left side for Singapore, but this one's composed. Some nice football there from Jakarta. Doesn't come off, though. First touch from Endwintel. Finds Pisano. She has support right, but decides to go up the middle. And Vanderpool is there. Pisano might have been better picking out Blakely coming out the right side. Blakely. But again, Singapore seemed to have a little bit more of the push in the middle of the park. Oh, misplayed there. Zarudin. And well covered from Willow Martin. Good solid tackle. The ref gives it Dragon way. This is Sarmiento now pushing up for Jakarta. She has Zarudin down the line and Widodo right in front of her. The throw comes in to Tanojo. That's Kumara. Tries to pick out Zarudin. Might be a bit strong, and it is. That'll be an Eagle goal kick. Still no score as we settle into ISB's main field here in the first match of IASAS 2017 between the Singapore Eagles and the Jakarta Dragons. Looks like we have our first sub of the tournament too. Entwistle, who's playing up top, will make way for number 2, Lexi Zukowski. So Rodecker trying to get some of his players in early. Here's Widodo. Kumara might go wide. Under a lot of pressure in the midfield there. That might be the telling moment, is that Singapore play 5 across the middle, whereas Jakarta only have 3. So Kumara needed some support there and couldn't find it as she was tracked down by 2 Eagles. Anyway, she did win the free kick. And this is Wardana who can hit the goal from here. So the first strike with aggression might come from the Dragons here. There's 4 on the wall. And Wardana lines it up. It wasn't an aggressive shot, but it tested the goalkeeper. I don't know what that says. Dumke. Just trying to get the names down correctly here. That's Zukowski battling for the ball. Well cleared from Sarmiento. That could have been a dangerous ball that got them pinned in their corner, but it was well won. Here's Becker trying to find it inside. She finds Tanojo, who plays it up the wing, but it goes out for a throw to Singapore. Singapore throw down again as they probe the left side. They've had some success down there. Only partially cleared. That is Vuk looking to get the ball in the middle again. Here's Gunn again, well played out wide. And Blakely's brought into it. Tries to get the cross to the far post, but doesn't hit it correctly. It goes to the near post out for a corner kick. Nice tackle and ball played wide by Gunn there. She knew exactly where she was going as she won the ball.
Louise, I need you to drop. Louise, I need you to drop.
Vanderpool to put the ball back in play. This is Pisano with the first touch. Well won from Sarmiento. And Willow Martin controls that. Played wide again to Blakely. Tries to give a first touch inside, but doesn't come off. And Kumada comes away. Nice little touch inside. Give and go with Zarudin. The Dragons looking good here, but Martin clears it away. Blakely back to cover, and she plays it long. Duke has a chance to put her marker. We're down under trouble here. Wardana plays it safely into touch. Well defended there from Martin at the back for the Eagles as the Dragons put some nice football together. But it looks like they'll have to do some thinking to get around Willow Martin.
Sarah, make sure you get in.
Ball down the line to Vuk. Can't control it in the first touch. Taken away by Sarmiento. A lot of time here for Engels, who plays it left again into a lot of space. This is Langholz. Again, one touch and in. It's a good ball. Vuk might have been a bit quicker off the mark there. It wasn't cut out the near post, and Sarmiento gets it away. Good ball. Up to Zarudin, who holds up well and turns. Marked by Kern, who doesn't let her by, and Kern gets the ball away. Nice football out of the back from Sarmiento. And Zarudin has some nice hold-up play. As the Dragons come back into the game a little bit, they're playing some good football here recently. Sarmiento down the line. Kern in the battle, but Zarudin comes away with it. And away from Martin. Duke tries to flick it on. That could be trouble now. Keep her off her line. And Vanderpool puts it away. That'll beats Kern. O'Connor. Here's Gunn again, who seems to be a nice stabilizing influence in the middle of the park. That's a through ball. It'll be a bit long though. Might have tried to give it to Zukowski for a first touch, but it skittered on through. Well one from O'Connor. She'll play wide here for Blakely. It doesn't come off though, but Kern is there to do the same. Into Pisano, who turns nicely and plays wide. Gunn looking for a through ball again. It's a couple of times that Singapore have gone right up channel 1 with the through ball with a little bit too much weight. They might try to go a bit wider if they can, but if one of those comes off, it's going to be a very dangerous opportunity. Here's Kern. Plays it over to Engels, maybe a bit far, but Engels is there. Jakarta don't push up too far on the right side. Engels tries a long ball for the corner, and that'll put, well, that goes out for a goal kick just off the flag. So it's out for a Dragon corner kick. Almost 20 minutes in here with no goals. Looks like we're going to have some subs from Jakarta in a minute or two. We're going to have here's the subs coming in now. It is Dana Alsager and Natasha Widodo coming in. So it's Alsager who will take Zarudin's place up top, while Widodo goes all the way over to the right side. In place of the other Widodo, I think. Hopefully I get that right for you. All right, Coach Martin is urging the Singapore girls on here as they have the ball deep again. This will be our first corner of the game. Pisano will take it for Singapore. Martin comes forward. Vuk is in there. Blakely's in there. O'Connor. Zukowski. Here's the delivery. It's a good one. Well taken from Vanderpool. Might be a break on here if she gets it going, but no, she'll hold it and let the Dragons get up forward again. Plays it long for Alsager, but well won from Kern. Gives enough time for the Eagles to get back. Throw-in is from Weirjawan, I think. Singapore getting set to make some subs as well. About to enter the game will be Miller Robbins and Yasmin Subawala. But still, the ball is in Jakarta's possession as I come down the right. This is Weirjawan. Looking for Widodo. And that comes off Jakarta player. Will be a Singapore throw as they get set to introduce Robbins and Subawala. Blakely will make way, as will Langholz. Robbins will take the place of Blakely, and Subawala will take the place of Langholz as Coach Rodeker looks to keep his wingers fresh. Throw in from Martin, a good throw, and that gets Vuke sprung away, but it's well covered. Pisano again, ref spots an infraction. Might have been a pull on the jersey from Vuke, and Wardana will have a chance to clear her lines. Actually, no, she leaves it for Vanderpool. That's a good challenge there from Subawala. It comes off her for a Dragon throw up the right side. Well, one again from Gunn. She's having a very solid game in the middle of the park there. She's both a ball winner and a ball user. She's composed and a nice stabling force in the middle of the Eagle center midfield. This comes away for Jakarta. A little bit scrappy in the middle, and here's Alsager. She cut out from Robbins. Alsager tries to play it wide for Becker, and Becker gets away a 50-50 shot pass that ends up in the hands of Dumke. This is played forward for Vuke. Nice touch. Wardana's there to clear it, and she takes the safe routes. It'll be Robbins' throw for the Eagles. She'll leave it for Martin, who has a long throw. Getting a little bit warmer here in Bangkok as the morning wears on. Good throw from Martin down the line. Well, one from O'Connor. Might have been a handball there. Sukowski's in there with a good cross. Looking for a left winger, but Subawala was a little farther back than she might have been if she wanted to risk one. Vanderpool to put the ball back into play. On the bounce. That falls for Alsager, sorry. Oh, nice turn. Very well played from Subawala. And she's taking them all on down the left. And she wins a corner. Beautiful turn at the middle of the park, and then a 50-yard run from Subawala as the Eagles with their second corner of the match. It's Pisano that'll go across again to take it. Martin comes short this time. They might take that quickly. No, Martin's going to take the corner kick herself from Pisano. It's Vuke. Sukowski's in there. Subawala. Looks like it will be a bit of a set play here for the Eagles. Pisano gives the ball into Martin. Pretty well defended from the Eagles, but a shot gets away. Well saved. Sorry, well defended from the Dragons. Nice overlapping classic corner kick maneuver as both teams look to make subs here in a second. Here's Becker. Covered from Robbins, but she gets around her and plays the ball up the line. Kern is there. Oh, a little bit of a mistouch from Kumada. Gets Pisano away. But Kumada covers well. And the ball played wide. Here come the subs now. There's 4 of them, so bear with me. In comes Chamberlain for the Eagles. And Parada Zambrano. Chamberlain looks like she will take her place up in the back for Engels.
Lexi, push on!
Whereas Parada Zambrano is in the middle of the park. I'll try to sort that out for you here in a bit. And you get the Jakarta subs for you too. That was Katie Chow up there, but it's again cut out from Martin. Vuk gets the flick on it again. Settles for Zukowski. That's a good ball. Pisano has a touch. She could be through here. Well cut out. She still has the ball. Holds up. Drops it for Zukowski. A good solid shot and a good save. Vanderpool well positioned there. Singapore are arriving in the danger areas a bit more frequently than the Dragons, but we have no score as we near 30 minutes.
Stay pressed on the last player.
Entwistle about to make her way back in for Vuk, so Roddicker rotates his strikers between Zukowski, Vuk, and Entwistle. That's Zukowski again. A lot of running in her. She keeps it in. Weirjawan under trouble. She said I had a lot of work to do. Weirjawan up the in that left back position. Nice turn from Gunn, and a good solid ball for Blakely. Vanderpool reads it well. Sorry, that wasn't for Blakely. That was for Robbins. Again, Gunn seems to be the class of the midfield for the Eagles. Turns well, uses the ball well, but we remain scoreless.
Eagle ball!
Vanderpool.
Come on, Eagles.
Again, she tries to go wide, and it comes out for a throw-in. Robbins gets under it. She might leave it here for Kern. No, she'll take it herself. She only has Entwistle there. It comes off Sarudin for another Eagle throw.
Oh, hey, Mila. Mila, sit down. Wait, hey, no. Entwistle. Wait, everybody, stop. Get to the middle.
This will be a long throw here from
On the keeper! Sarah, get in!
from Parada Zambrano. Well dealt with by the Dragons. Good tackle from Kern. And Chow battle away. Subawala has the ball and she shields it. Turns well again. That's twice she's made nice moves up the the left side. Entwistle isn't there for it. Slipped away from Zukowski. Well taken from Willow Martin.
Get through!
Gets the ball quickly up into the attacking half of the field again. Good tackle from Wardana, who's having a very solid game in the back of the Dragon defense. Here's Parada Zambrano. Again down the line, she gains 20 yards for her team.
Come on, Eagles, push up!
Entwistle
Towards Entwistle.
and
Win this.
Robbins down the line here. Parada Zambrano with the long throw again. Vuk hips it down. A soft cross in that might be dangerous. Could have come up for a handball there. Oh, what's the ref looking for a penalty there? No. A ball safely into the hands of Vanderpool again.
Come on, Eagles! That's it.
Well won from Parada Zambrano. She's strong there again,
Take it up the line.
and she carries it forward. Bit of a nutmeg there. She slipped it through the legs, and the ref has spotted. I think that's offside on the on Entwistle as she came back to the ball from an offside position. Wardana comes out of her central defensive position to take the free kick. I think she'd have to drop it back a little bit. Let's see what the ref says. Yeah, you got to take your free kick from where the offside occurred. The Dragon back four of Sarmiento, Wardana, Helm, and Wirjawan have been very solid so far. There hasn't been too many Class A chances from the Eagles. They haven't had a break, any of them, though. And it is hot here, so we'll see how that goes as the game plays on. Well, one from Kern. Zukowski can't quite corral the bounce. Robbins gets away. Gives a bit of a loose ball into the middle that Gunn has to deal with now. She turns into trouble, but gets away from them. Again, some nice football. And she goes up Route 1. Wardana only half deals with it. And Zukowski's away. She cuts it back across the 18-yard box for Pisano. And Wardana reads that and gets it away long. Ball comes wide for Robbins. She can't get by Zarudin. Here's Helm, who puts the ball safely into touch, and everyone gets a breather. Harada Zambrano down the line for Robbins again, an end whistle. Cleared from Sarmiento. Here's Kern. Nice first touch inside for Gunn, the danger person. She might have a go here. That's worth an effort. That came off Vanderpool's fingertips, so it's going to be a corner kick. And the ref stops for subs. In come Becker and Becker will come in for Zarudin. No, sorry. It's Widodo that comes in for Zarudin. And Becker comes back in for the other Widodo. So I think we have sisters on the team. And I'll try to keep them as distinguishable as I can. Ball up forward for Widodo. Settles for Robbins. Oh, that was a bit of a late challenge from Widodo on Robbins. And that gives Martins a chance to put the ball right on the penalty spot. Just inside half. This is a nice long free kick. Fight it to the back post would be ideal here. Ref making sure that we have 10 yards there from Chow. She didn't get the far post, but it's a good ball. It's in for... Oh, Vanderpool comes out awkwardly. Parada Zambrano tried to shield that, and Vanderpool came through her a little bit. And the ref probably had a thought, but he kept his whistle in his pocket.
Lexi and head whistle towards the keeper. Robbins towards the keeper.
Parada Zambrano again with the long throw.
Head whistle on the goalie.
Zukowski tries to get a touch, doesn't come off neatly for her. And Jakarta again able to clear their lines. Kern there to keep the pressure on, but here's Becker. Might get away, no, but she's covered up from Subawala, who's had a very good half. Touch inside from Becker, trying to find Chow. Doesn't come off. Subawala again. Here's some pressure, though. Here's Chow again. She cuts inside Chamberlain. And the Eagles manage to get the ball away. It's a hard-fought match in the middle. Pisano gets away. She wants to put up the wing. Offside, the ref sees. As end whistle was maybe a yard or two offside as the ball was played from Pisano.
Drop. Their kick. Drop.
And that gives Wardana a chance again to get the ball going up the other way as we near the end of the first half. Been an enjoyable first half. Both teams trying to play some good football. You might say the Eagles have a slight edge, but the Dragons have defended well, and as Brian Clough once said, it only takes a second to score a goal.
Closer to Kyla! Go Kyla!
Wardana plays it into Chow. She can't settle it. The ref sees a free out. Might have been a late boot from Becker there.
Turn! Get up there, taking it! Relax. End whistle, push on.
The Dragon back four hasn't had a sub yet, and they've been put under a little pressure, but they've held resolute so far. Martin to put the ball back into play. Pisano tries to kill it. It comes for Zukowski. Here's Widodo. She plays it into the middle for Chow. Well played and well laid off. Played wide for Robbins, but the angle's a little bit off, and Sarmiento's there. Plays it inside for Widodo. A little bit of a late challenge from Robbins, but the ref doesn't call it. And that's cleared away from Martin again.
30-minute outs.
35.
6 minutes fast.
Oh, is it?
Doing good. Hang in there. Go off Kate. Go off Kate.
Sarmiento down the line.
Yeah. Same again. We'll do it again. Same again.
Sarmiento again with the Dragons. Looking to throw it down the line. Cleared away from Robbins, and Pisano's able to turn. She looks wide for Subawala, who's jackrabbit down the left side. First touch lets her down, but she manages to get around her. She have a left foot for the cross. She cuts it back and does get it in. Nice move from the Eagles again. Pisano and Subawala connecting. They're having some joy down the left side. They get their third quarter of the half.
Yes, it's front post.
It's Pisano that will go ahead to take it again. Pretty much everyone but 3 players are in the Jakarta box right now. So it's congested. Parada Soprano right in on the keeper. Vanderpool keeping her space. She's had very solid hands so far this first half. Cleared away from Weirjoan. Robbins takes a bit of a hit there, but the ref says play on. And he gives for the first half. A very solid half of football from both teams. Let's get my color commentator in here, Gian, and let's see what he has to say. What would you say the run of play has been for that half, Gian?
I've been really impressed with the way that JIS have managed to press, the intensity to play in this heat especially, at that level, constantly closing down the SAS, not giving them time on the ball was really smart from them. I hope they can hold it out. It could be quite difficult to hold on for an entire hour, that kind of high pressing game, but definitely just have put up a very good fight.
30-minute half.
Turn off the mic. Or when did they change that?
Second half about to begin now with SAS hoping to. Oh no, I'll tell you. With SAS making their way to the other side of the field now. First half, SAS probably in possession of the ball far more than their opponents, but their opponents just managed to put a considerable amount of pressure on them. As we get later in the day and the sun's coming out, I can sincerely see that energy being sapped out of the game. So far, a very, very high energy game. I think whoever gets the first goal at this point will be in a very strong position. And get ready for the second half.
Thanks, Keon. Some nice commentary there from my color man to my right here. Here again with Connor Duffy here as we take on the second half of Singapore versus Jakarta. Tell her. As we get ready for the second half, Jakarta to get us going here. That is Zarudin up top. She plays it back to Wardana, who plays it forward. Gets the ball right into Martin again, who settles and puts it right back up the field again. This is Vuk. Well won from Wirjana. Sorry, Wirjawan. This is Engels with the throw for Singapore. She finds Vuk. First touch is a bit loose, but it's back to O'Connor. Nice ball into space for Entwistle. She has support from Pisano in the middle, but doesn't have the left foot to really whip it across. Picked up from Vanderpool.
Somebody take charge and win this.
There's the bounce again, won by O'Connor, but she flicks it the wrong way, and Zarudin's on the other end of it, and Gunn gets it away simply outright. This is Blakely. Cleared from Sarmiento. Singapore keeper off her line. No, it's cleared again from Martins, who seems very sure-footed in the back for the Eagles. Oh, miss hit again. This could angle in for Vuk if she gets the right way. She does. Can't get the body across. Well covered from Hallam again. That was an important challenge. Vuk comes to the ground, but the ref sees nothing, and it's away from Wardana. There's Kern in again with a challenge again. She's had a very good game winning the ball. Kern has. Turn from Engels here. And Becker puts the ball forward. Martin comes out of her central position to take the throw. She has a long throw. She'll be looking for Langholz down the line. Goes over her. It's away from Wirjawan. Martin again, looking for Vuk, who flicks it on. Nice touch in for Entwistle. Get her body across it again, she does. Support from Langholz, support from Vuk. Vuk goes wide now for Gunn. Who again steps over the ball nicely. She finds O'Connor. O'Connor tries a through ball up the right for Blakely, but doesn't come off. Well played from Pisano as the Eagles settle. Out wide for Blakely. Well, that's a solid battle that is won from, I believe, Widodo over there. Sorry, it's not. It's an Eagle ball. Into Entwistle. Back to Blakely. Cleared away from, I believe that was Sarmiento. Engels settles as the Eagles have time in the Jakarta half of the field. It's in for Vuk, and she turns and has a go. And well smothered up from Vanderpool. Nice sell here from Chow. She plays in Widodo. But Martin again is there, and she gets some clips across the ankles from Widodo for her efforts. And it's a free kick out. Martin to put the ball back into play for the Eagles. Clipped on again. Vuk might be on the end of this, but no. Vanderpool's there comfortably. There's Langholz. First touch is a little bit loose. As Tenojo battles in the middle for the Dragons. Played long from O'Connor into a dangerous space. But that'll go out for the Dragon throw-in. Here's Weirjawan. Arms up from O'Connor. Might have been a foul there, but no, the ref lets it go. Engels plays simply back to Martin, who cuts inside. Wants to get the ball on her left side, but she can't do it there, so she's being hassled. She does get it away. Weirjawan plays it into touch. Under pressure from Vuke. Langholz down the line. Nice touch from Vuke to actually angle that back into play. It comes off Weirjawan's head and out for a throw-in. Well away there from, I think it was Chow. That's Kumada playing it long. Martin is there as ever. Almost slipped through for Vuke, but it didn't. End whistle a bit slow off the mark, but cleared away from Sarmiento. Played back in from Langholz. Pisano. Being ushered wide from the Dragons. She cuts back inside. And it's a good cross. But Wardana, as ever, is there to clear lines. Jakarta continuing to defend resolutely. The Eagles might have the share of possession, but they haven't had a clear-cut chance on goal. Well, one from Becker. Ref sees a handball and gives a free in for the Eagles. This is Martin again. She'll try to put this to the back post, hopefully for Vuke or Entwistle to get on the end of. The ref's coming here just to check that they have 10 yards, and he's okay with that. Well, she cuts it a little bit too far to the near post, and that's not going to cause too much trouble for the Jakarta defense. Subs again for Jakarta. Becker comes off for Widodo is in. Warillo is in. And Alsager is in. Warillo. Alright, trying to get my names correct again. Free kick here from Wardana, who launches it into the Eagles' third. Ref spots an infraction and will give another chance for Wardana to get it in deeper. Again, anything in the air into the 18-yard box can be a cause of concern. She'll want to get this towards the far post so that maybe Widodo can get on the end. She's free right now. Alsager's up there. So is Tenojo. She's been called, Coach McTeague wants her to have a shot on goal. They haven't tested the Singapore goalkeeper yet, so see if this gets there. It has the distance all right. But well taken from Dunke. She spilled it a little bit, but the Dragons weren't there to capitalize. It wasn't a big spill, to be honest. She had it under control, but one of the first times that the Eagle goaltender has been worked. Here's Pisano, maybe bobbing in. She might have caused a foul herself there. Ball's clear away from Wardana. Here's Engels. First touch a bit loose again. And Engels wins that battle again. Down the line from Langholz. Cut in from Weirjawan. Langholz shields well, but she gives it away as Warillo plays the ball down the line. Ball stays in. Martin has time to settle and send it back into Jakarta territory. Sarmiento's there. Blakely's touch is a little bit loose and it gets away from her. This is Widodo, I believe. That comes off a Singapore player for a Dragon throw. Eagles looking to make a change here as Lexi Zukowski will re-enter the fray. She played up top earlier, so we might be getting a break for Vuk or Entwistle. Well defended from the Eagles there. And that's Entwistle on the end of it. She reacted a little bit slow, but she does have the running now. Sarmiento in chase. So is Wardana. Entwistle with a good run down the right. She crosses it over, but it falls into the hands of Vanderpool once again. Nice end-to-end rush from the Eagles, with Entwistle doing the lion's share of the work. Well played from Gunn out to Blakely. Bit of a loose ball from her. Wardana lets it run to her keeper, and Vanderpool picks it up just as it enters into the area.
Push across, Christy. Push across. Go towards the middle. Towards the middle. Blue ball.
Ball bounces again and gets away from Gunn, but she gets her body in the right position to win that one. Well played forward from Tanojo, but it's a bit of hit and hope, that one. Alsager gives chase, but it was always a Singapore ball. Demke hits it long. One by Jakarta there. Engels hits that. McTeague is really urging his girls on. He's got a lot of voice, the coach for Jakarta. Blakely makes a run down the right side and gives a good cross in, but it's again sure-handed by Vanderpool in the Dragon goal.
Who's in the drop zone? Kiara, 2 minutes.
Well, one from Gunn. Sarmiento away, and Gunn in again with a strong challenge. Hallam plays it safely away.
Never mind. Wait.
Hey, come on, Caleb.
It is Entwistle that will give away for Zukowski.
It's back. Wait, no.
Well, Jakarta reintroduced Chow in the place of Tanojo. Chow will go right into the middle of the park. Alsager holds up. Sounds like we have a goal in the other field, and by the level of the cheer, it sounds like the ISB Panthers have scored. They're playing their opening match of the tournament against the Taipei Tigers. So, if you're watching on our other channel, I think it's 1-0 ISB. Demke hits it long. Flicked on from Pisano. Langholz can't get a foot in, but she's a bit late in the challenge, so that'll be a dragon free for Wardana again. McTeague keeps on urging his girls on. They put in a brave performance, the Dragons. They're well organized, and they win their challenges when they need to. Wardana again, who hit the goal from about 20 yards inside this position, goes long. Away from Martin. Safely Vuk with the first touch. Shields it away and sends Zukowski down the wing, where Jana cuts inside her neatly. Plays it wide. Just stays in. Lovely touch inside. And up the wing again. Langholz under a bit of trouble, but she'll let it run. Lovely touch from Widodo inside to Chow. Sorry, to Arillo. Here's Willow Martin with the long throw again, flicked on beautifully from Zukowski. Sends Vuk away. She cuts it back onto her favorite right foot. Cuts it inside. And the ball manages to skitter between Blakely and Pisano. Blakely on the end of it now. And it comes off, again, that stout Dragon defense for an Eagle throw. Again, the Eagles looking to make subs, and the Dragons. Zarudin will come back in a minute. while the Eagles look to bring in Parada, Sembrano, Robbins, and Subawala again. Ball falls for Vuke. Nice first touch, but it's well defended again. Weirjawan has to be brave here, and she does get it away. Widodo with a miss hit. Pisano. Decent touch from Zukowski. A little bit lackadaisical there in the Jakarta back. And Wardana says, I've had enough of that, and belts it into touch. First time that Jakarta looked a little bit confused. They defended very stoutly so far. It is a free kick as McTeish reminds her girls of their responsibilities. In comes the offering from Pisano. Near post and well taken from Vanderpool. Looked like it might have got through her hands there. Her thumbs might not have been behind the ball, but she held on strongly. She's been sure-handed throughout the game so far.
You actually went through that. Where's the clock?
Away from Martin. And here comes massive subs. Four players coming in for Jakarta and 3 coming in for Singapore. I'm not going to try to keep up with all this. I'll just pick it up as the game progresses. Blakely comes out. O'Connor comes out. Weirjawan comes out for Jakarta, as does Alsager. Forward from Chamberlain. Duke gives chase, but it's covered up by, I believe that was Becker. Throw from Parada Sembrano. Flicked on at the near post. It falls for Vuke, but she's defended again very well by Sarmiento. Here's Becker. Pisano on the end of that loose ball. And she plays it wide again. Ref sees an offside there as it looked like Subawala came back for the ball from an offside position. So again, the Dragons get a chance to clear their lines. About half of the second half gone, I think. And we remain scoreless. Interesting strategy there by the Eagles to make a wall on a free kick from the goalkeeper, but well played from Katie Gunn again. Haley Gunn, sorry. Free kick for Jakarta. Sorry, throw in. And Wardana, as ever, gets a chance to launch the ball deep into Eagle territory. Well, one from Parada Sembrano, but it's back again for the Dragons. Here's Pisano, battling with Chow in the middle of the park. Comes down for Gunn. She puts a probing ball into the number 1 channel up the middle of the park, but Vanderpool is there again. Subawala giving chase that time. Here's Zarudin. Tries to cut it inside, but Kern is there. Bit of an awkward challenge there from Pisano. It came off her hand. So Wardana again, the captain of the Dragons, gets a chance to put the ball into a dangerous position in the Eagle back 4. Sorry, back 3. Only half one from Chamberlain, but away from Robbins. Oh, a 50-50 there, and the ref sees Chow coming over top of the ball against Kern, and he gives the free kick out for the Eagles. Willow Martin, who's having a great game at the back at the center of the Eagle defense to put the ball up to her attackers. Here's the Rudin. Cuts inside. Beats Kern. That hasn't happened very often today. And here comes Martin again. Looking commanding as she comes forward. Puts a through ball down the right side. But Vanderpool again anticipates. Sounds like we have a second goal over at the other field too. And by the sound of the cheers, it might be 2-0 for the Panthers.
Stay with it, Red. Let's go.
Here, put it on there. Put that game on here. All right, here comes Chow. Well cut out from Martin again. Down the left side for Jakarta. Promising. Kern gets a foot in. Great tackle there from Martin again. She's in strong again. Down the left side. And that's out for a corner kick. It looks like Dragons will get their first corner kick. We are indeed confirmed that it's 2-0 for the Panthers over the Tigers in the boys' first game over on Field B. And we have a player down.
Right, so ISB have doubled their lead in their game. Number 5, Rodriguez going to go after a bit of a slip up from the goalkeeper. Ball was put across after a brilliant ISB counter-attack. Goalkeeper failed to hold on to the ball. Defenders couldn't clear it, and Rodriguez was at the edge of the box to sweep up and put the ball in the back of the net. 2-0 to ISB, first game on home turf.
These updates, you need to do them for every game, not just ISB. Right? We can't just be promoting ISB. We're unbiased here. But you need one, and they're going to score. All right, so the injured player has been tended to. Both teams come in to get some water and to refresh. I think we have about 10 minutes to go, but I think our clock stopped working for some reason, so we're going to work on that technologically for the next game. What happened to the score here? As always, in the first day of IASAS, the live streaming, we do a little bit of technical things and we try to get it as right as we can. So our main goal is to be as polished as we can for Saturday's action with the championship finals and the consolation finals. Anywho, about a 3 or 4 minute break here as we get back to the action. I think it's a corner kick for the Dragons. We'll see where the ref puts the ball.
Watch the short! Who's up top? Girls, watch the short corner!
Coach Roddicker asking the Singapore girls to watch the short corner.
Go! Go!
It's hard to see the Jakarta numbers from here. I believe that's Tanojo out there. There are 2 of them. It's Subawala who might be within her 10 yards since she's getting out there. It does go short, then it's played wide. And it's cleared from Gunn, and she has space to go. Plays in Subawala. Well defended by Wardana. Touch here from Pisano. Oh, sorry. Wide for Zukowski. She plays it back for Robbins. Robbins was playing up the right side in the first half. She's now playing up the left side. Subawala was on the left side and now has switched over to the right. So Roddiker's showing different angles of his team. Well taken in the middle of the park there from Tanojo. Can't find anyone with the next touch though. Zukowski gets a touch. Good work from Kim on the right side. Zukowski beaten by Helm. And away from Helm. This pole is killer. An update from Field B has the ISB Panthers up 3-0 over the Tigers now. Some subs here from the Eagles as O'Connor comes back in, as does Langholz. It's Langholz with the throw. Pisano with a neat turn. Try to find Parada Zambrano, but it doesn't come off. Martin settles again. It has to be offside, and it is. The Dragons doing well to come out as a unit there and get Zukowski 3 or 4 yards offside on the through ball from Martin.
For the second game, I'll make a judgment call. And we'll probably beat the rest of the day.
A bit scrappy over there as Kern battles. Nice overlapping play here from the Dragons.
All streams are back to normal.
Anyone got 19?
Chico, I can leave this over here on
Sarah, please
All right.
19.
Still remains down on the far left side of the field for the Dragons.
It was up when I left. Who else is up there?
It's going to be away now. A bit of a break on here for the Eagles. It's Parada Zambrano with a strong run. Tries to play it up the middle. She might have played it left to Martin there, who made a strong break with her as well. Instead of Parada Zambrano went up the middle, and it's cleared again by the Jakarta back four. Gunn checks back into the game again. Roddicker keeps a good rotation of subs going, so does McTeigue. In comes Warillo again as we hit the business end of the game. Well turn from Vuk. Langholz tries to battle their way through, but it's well defended again from Kim. It falls for Vuk here, and it's a great shot that goes off the near post. Vanderpool was just a little bit late getting down to it, but it lances off the post wide, and the Dragons breathe another day.
Come on, Red, we got this. Stay with it.
It's almost, can you tell me what the time shows on the clock up there? Sorry?
27-47.
Okay.
Yeah.
As we hit the last couple minutes of the game here, the ball played wide to the Dragons. Here's Chow, trying to bring Widodo in. Kaylee Gunn with the ball now in space to run. She's being tracked by Widodo. Lets a shot go. But Vanderpool is in again.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. Minute and a half. Keep going.
Well, one from Chamberlain. Langholz turns neatly inside to Gunn. First touch lets her down, and Chow is there to win it, but she's back again. Pretty strong engine on Kaylee Gunn. Vuk now holds up, plays wide for Langholz. That ball's played into space, but Vanderpool is there again. minutes to go here. Still 0-0. We're looking for our first goal of IASAS. Warillo wins that ball. Falls again for Vuke. Bit of a late challenge the ref spotted, and he gives a free kick in for the Eagles. Willow Martin will step up to, actually she pulls in ahead, and Pisano will take the free kick. Alright, Jakarta set up their line on the edge of the 18-yard box. Pisano looking for the decisive ball here. It's well hit and flicked away. That could be danger. Oh, it's just away from Guardana. She got enough on it to clip it over the top of the bar. And at the death here, the Eagles have another corner kick. Pisano to launch it in. She doesn't quite get it right, and it's cleared away again from Widodo. Wide from Chamberlain. That might have come off the hand, and the ref says it does. And gives a free kick out for the Dragons as they breathe a sigh of relief. Only seconds to go here. Jakarta looking to make some final subs, but they can't do it on a free kick. Guardana kicks it down the line. Flicked the wrong way by Gunn. Here's the Rudin on the end. Could have been a free kick in. McTeague wanted it. The ref didn't give it. Langholz, Widodo. Langholz, and a solid challenge from Tanojo. Desperate times here for both teams as they look to sneak a winner. Good throw down the line from Langholz. Duke cuts inside. Helm is there for the win. And Helm gets it away. Kern brings it forward for the Eagles again. Good run from her. But it just skitters away from her a little bit too far. Ref checks his watch. And that'll do it here. First game of IASAS 2017 in the girls tournament ends in a 0-0 draw between the Singapore Eagles and the Jakarta Dragons. Well played to both girls. We'll be up again in 20 minutes with Taipei versus ISKL. Thanks for listening.
And then here, then do the live stream and then